What is up, all you asshats out there in the asshat stratosphere watching at Asshat Podcast? This is the Fairchild with a quick DVD review of 2002's National Security, starring Martin Lawrence and Steve Zahn. This movie came out during the midst of a lot of Martin Lawrence movies. He had the success of Bad Boys, and he had the success of Big Mama's House. Then Bad Boys 2 was really big for him as well. This movie came out along with I think Black Knight and a couple of other low-key kind of family comedies. I think Road Trip was a Disney movie. Wild Hogs was another Martin Lawrence movie he was in. But this was definitely during the peak years of Martin Lawrence's fame in Hollywood and his movie roles, his movie career. And I decided to pop this one in today after I picked it up from Southern Junction and test it out because it had a rare movie gallery stamp on the disc, and so I just decided to check it out. Even though the disc was in perfect condition, the box is in brand new condition. Somebody must have ordered this to the store right before they knew it was closing. It arrived and they went ahead and just put it in the box and put it up on the shelf to sell. Somebody picked it up and kept it in really good condition. But yeah, so this movie follows Martin Lawrence on his path to becoming a police officer, and Steve Zahn, after losing his partner in the line of duty, kind of bumping into each other, and without spoilers, Martin Lawrence costs Steve Zahn his job as a police officer, and then they both become security guards who work together, but they resent each other very, very much. And anyways, lo and behold, these two knuckleheads who don't get along end up stumbling into a huge crime case that they have to solve, which also involves the murder of Steve Zahn's late partner. Anyways, can these two guys seem to get past their differences? Martin Lawrence loves to play that race card in this movie. Will they be able to get past their differences and get along and solve this crime and both get what they want in the end, which is for Martin Lawrence to become a police officer and for Steve Zahn to be exonerated of the reasons he was let go and welcomed back to the force. Anyways, this is National Security. Not the best of movies, I guess, from Martin Lawrence in terms of success. I think it was one that just kind of mostly got swept under the rug, but I remember seeing it on television a lot as a kid, and it was funny, along with Black Knight and a couple of other movies with him. And plus, I remember Steve Zahn from Saving Silverman, so it was really funny, just seeing that guy in this movie. And he was in let me see, what's it called? Not Big Daddy's House. That is not the name of this movie. That would be a horrible name for that movie. What is it? Daddy Daycare. Yes. Wow. Anyway, Daddy Daycare, almost mistaken for a whole completely different terrible thing that should never exist. Anyways, yeah, this movie's pretty fun though. A lot of action in it. I think it's trying to copy the success that a lot of those buddy cop movies had back in the day. You had Rush Hour, which had a lot of success. We had the Shanghai movies that came out. They had they had two movies, and I heard that there's a third one they're supposed to be working on. So that might be interesting. With Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan and other, So I mean, they just had, buddy, and I think there was a movie with, as a matter of fact, with Owen Wilson and Eddie Murphy also. Yeah, it was called I Spy, and another one that just kind of again got swept under the rug. And a lot of people didn't really care for it. I remember I saw it like one time. I don't remember a single thing about it. I really don't. So, but yeah, this is National Security. I need to be talking about this movie a little bit more than other movies that I'm being reminded of from this era in movies. But yeah, so a little bit of a low-key gem if you've never seen National Security. It is very, very funny. These two, Steve Zahn and Martin Lawrence, bounce off of each other very, very well. Their chemistry on screen was very good, I thought. And this movie deserved a little bit better praise than it got, I think. But, what can you do? Martin Lawrence was signed to a studio. He had to make an X amount of movies. This was one of the movies. So, Anyways, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all that other bull crap. I'm the Fairchild. This was my review of National Security DVD, which is in damn good condition. Bought from Southern Junction on my thrifting adventures. I am out.